Hi, my name is Kevin Lowe. Most recently, I started and ran a business called Google Fiber inside of Google. Google Fiber is an internet service provider offering gigabit broadband and TV services. We're in 8 metros and counting across the U.S. Cities like Kansas City, Austin, Raleigh, Durham, Charlotte, Atlanta, Nashville, San Jose, and others. In addition to, in every one of our cities, in addition to offering gigabit connectivity, we also have been doing a lot with Wi-Fi. We have put Wi-Fi up in public spaces, worked with cities to provide and support a lot of the connected city use cases. And most importantly, I think we've been able to add a lot of smarts into people's in-home experiences with Wi-Fi. It really is about mobile devices. Users are consuming inordinate amounts of data, not just on their Wi-Fi networks, but also on their mobile networks. And increasingly, I think the key lesson is it's really just about the internet, right? Users don't actually want to think about what technology is actually providing them access. They just want to get on the internet. So I think that's a very important trend. I think the other big trend out there has to do with the underlying network topology. If you look at these LTE networks are getting, with the data demands, are getting increasingly small, and they are effectively approximating Wi-Fi cell sizes. That has a big impact on how we think about the relative economics of these types of networks. I think ultimately it becomes about superior backhaul and power become the big dominant drivers of cost. One more item I'd highlight is spectrum. I think ultimately you can only split cells so many times. At some point you do need access to additional spectrum, and I would continue to urge our regulatory bodies to assign more spectrum. There's plenty of it out there. Very little of our spectrum, in fact around 7% of our spectrum is actually used to deploy commercial services today. A lot of it's actually out there but hasn't actually been deployed. And I think the issue is not a scarcity problem, but really a process problem with the pace at which we're assigning spectrum and getting it out into the marketplace. So we continue to urge people, put more licensed out there, put more unlicensed out there, really explore and support a lot of the spectrum sharing opportunities that exist. The WBA and the Wi-Fi Global Congress play a very, very important role in the ecosystem. I think we as an industry have a lot of issues that are on our plate. And these are great opportunities for us to get together, really discuss and talk through the issues and solutions.